everyone.
Hi.
Everyone who's joining, welcome to the chat. My name is Maya. Nice to meet you. I specialize in online ads and content creation for small and service-based businesses. Stop by and say hi at my profile or add a comment here with your questions on the topics. Hira, you want to tell more about yourself or introduce yourself?
Yeah, so I'm Hira, and I started my beauty brand called Our Beauty by Hira, and you and I actually connected through Instagram, through my brand, and we're just here to talk about, the daily business things that we deal with, and try to help other people that are also struggling with content creation, and that's what we're doing today.
Yeah, give our tips and our experience on what we've done so far, and we can tell you more about our journeys as business owners. For example, I used to work in the corporate and used to work with big brands for years behind the scenes. So being on the social media, the face of the social media platform is something new for me, and shifting from big brands to smaller local brands is what I did a few years ago. And now I try to help smaller businesses that are local and that need some knowledge on the content creation or even a full service on the content creation.
I do have a couple questions already, for you, and some people that reached out actually.
Perfect.
So one of the things that I think a lot of us, the newbies, are struggling with is how to be consistent and how to create our content constantly. Like we have busy lives, and it's hard. So like, what tips and tricks do you have? I know you were in that challenge for like 30 days of reels and stuff, so like you were able to do it and you're still doing it. So what do you suggest that we should do, or other people like us should do?
So one big thing is batch creation for me. I feel like it is overwhelming to be online and to figure out and come up with new content every other day. That's why what I try to do is, so I'll speak entirely of my experience. I do this for me and I do this for my clients. Their accounts grew tremendously. And some of them are newer accounts, some of them are older, and the journey is always different. That's why I feel like I have the vision of different types of accounts. And what I know that's working is batch creation of the content, or even putting out some ideas on the future content could be helpful for any business owner. For batch creation in advance, I also suggest that we go with scheduling. So this is for people that have side hustles. They are not full time in their business for any reason, or even if they have people who help them and they don't want to devote all their time into the business, they can schedule their posts from Facebook Creator Studio, which is on business.facebook.com/creator studio altogether. But when you write Creator Studio on Google, this will come up. It's the official product, official service of Facebook, and they allow you to schedule your content everywhere from 15 minutes in advance to 60 days, or it was more maybe. So it's a long, you can schedule a long time in advance. You can have 2 months scheduled. And I think this will lessen up the stress on everyday posting. So the Creator Studio does not allow scheduling Reels or, of course, live, but it will allow IGTV in both Facebook and Instagram posts. So this is one huge thing that I'm using. I will schedule on both platforms, unless the post is created entirely for Instagram, or it's some type of, I don't know. I would usually schedule on both platforms, and I will work in 1 or 2 weeks in advance. I would suggest weekly or bi-weekly. Do you think that this could work for your brand, for example?
Definitely. So my biggest struggle right now is like because I do work full time as well. And then having the time and the energy to come home and now I have to create content for, a week or so is really hard. But now that I know that there's a way to actually schedule it, like you can
Mm-hmm.
literally plan your content, create it, and then just go ahead and pop it in, and then just have it planned for when you want it to post is like excellent, actually. I think that
Exactly. Yeah.
like eases like 50% of my stress. So
True. True.
appreciate that.
And this will require you to batch create those posts in advance, so you will definitely save way more time in
Mhm.
creation in addition to this.
And you had mentioned about how the reels also are the same thing that we think that, we need to see in like an instant reaction, but you said
Yeah.
once you post, it takes sometimes what, 4 to 5 days or even a week for it to even like you actually shared one of your posts that had like 6,000 views
Hmm.
later. Like, when you
Yeah.
posted it, nothing happened. And so could you talk a little bit about that? Like not to
Yeah.
feel that like you spend all this time on your posts, right? And you create all this thing and then you go post it and you don't get the response that you want.
Yeah. So one practice I'm using really, really often, if not every time, is that I will go and comment and browse my feed, like and comment, and basically engage with all the people on my feed that I'm already following, but
Mm-hmm.
also go back and reply to comments that people left in my posts, or maybe even if it's on other accounts posts, I will go and reply. And actually replying is something that we mentioned earlier with you in our chat, is that we can reply, but also we want to make a conversation in that chat, no matter if it's my post or someone else's post. We want to reply with a question. We want to ask, if it's on our post, we want to ask something like, which one is your favorite? Or no matter what the question is, we would rather have a longer conversation in the posts, in the post comments. But we want to do this in like 15, not 15 minutes, no matter what, like how long it will take, but we want to do it during the time of posting of a reel. I would suggest few minutes before that and few minutes after that. We definitely want to stay on the platform,
Mm-hmm.
and this is practice that people on I'm sorry, people on YouTube are sharing, and on Instagram I see that this converts way better once
Mm-hmm.
you have this engagement and this interaction that goes into your profile. Then you post, and then actually some of those people will be notified that you're posting, simply because you got active again and they are on the platform, and they will know just exactly the same way that people get notified for live.
Mm-hmm.
And they will get, this person got just posted something, come over and check it. And you just have better chances when you're on the platform for the time before posting and after posting. And I would suggest even like 20 minutes or 30 minutes. What I do is I usually post the reel, and I would go and scroll and browse other creators' reels and also comment, because I think that's a huge thing. If we want to get engagement and if we want to get more comments on our post, we just have to start doing it ourselves, and it's not even fair if we don't do it. Like, how can we expect other people to be active if we're
We're
not
not.
active? Yeah.
Mhm.
And if we're not giving something on their profile.
A question for me would be, I'm a product-based business, right? I'm not a coach and not a content creator, but and we talked a little bit about this, but I think it would be helpful for a lot of people, is when we're doing the Facebook ads, you know, like what are we, like you said, that you need to be a little bit more specific on the ads that you're creating and all of that,
Yeah.
right? So it was
Yeah.
like, and you touched a little bit with me, so maybe we could talk about it here,
Sure.
about the audience and like the target, your target audience and all of that. So can you talk a
Yeah.
little bit?
Yeah, this is very helpful tip that can increase the engagement of an ad, because, and it will work perfectly for e-commerce,
Mm-hmm.
since now we have the payment methods in our Facebook profiles. There are people that are only shopping, like easily shopping with 2 clicks on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea of this tip is just to target those people that are actively shopping on Facebook, and those are the people that have Facebook shopping setup, or I think I lost the name of it, but it's on audiences. It's
Mm-hmm.
on was it on targeted audiences and on the activity of the targeted audience, because
Mm-hmm.
we want like match and get people only that are actively shopping on Facebook in the last 30 days. There are two different categories: actively shopping in
It
the
was,
last 30 days.
I think you called it was digital activities is the
Yeah,
tab that you said that it.
yeah. So probably the section was called digital activities, and then Facebook shopping in the last 30 days, or
Mm-hmm.
Facebook shopping in the last 60 days, which probably not as relevant as the 30 days. So I would suggest whoever is running Facebook ads for e-commerce, definitely mark this, because this will narrow the audience, but also make it a little bit more relevant, because those people are already purchasing on through Facebook.
And then we also had a question about how to gain followers,
Ah,
which I think that's for all of us.
the
You
big question,
yeah,
right?
it's like very deep.
The question, or the algorithm question is the other one. Ooh, this algorithm thing.
Yeah,
So maybe we can start from that.
yeah.
If we want to gain more followers, then we
Mhm.
just have to be like, try to make our content as interesting as possible, as relevant as possible, and make people recognize themselves in those accounts, basically. What I want to, like, one of the things we discussed in advance is what we want to see more on Instagram. And that's one thing I want to see on Instagram. Um, since the engagement is always going to go down and down, and people will like and comment less and less.
Mhm.
Um, in sorry, because of the like shorter attention span and everything.
Mhm.
Uh, More and more creators have to focus on giving actual tips, giving actual value, and not just showing products or showing services and talking about the service costs this service is this. So I feel like we all need some a little bit more of a education on what good content is, and
Mhm.
that we need to have a content being a little bit broad,
And
um,
more realistic, right?
and
Like
yeah, and more
and
realistic.
authentic. Yeah.
Yeah, but also not just promotional. Mainly this, because no one will come in and follow if we only talk about what I am doing, what like my products are doing, like this and that. We want to focus all of our content and like picture out this ideal person that we want us to be our follower and create that content for them. This is when this person will come in and start to be your follower and actually find you as a even friend, because I don't have too many followers right now, but I see that I don't have many people on my feed, but I feel like I already know them in some way. That how many
You have a
times,
personal connection.
yeah, engaged, I comment, I try to support, and not always gaining followers just for the reason of gaining followers is the thing to go. I try to tend to focus on the metrics a lot, but this is not healthy. This is definitely not healthy for anyone, because it will increase the stress and it will just give us more and more things to think
So,
about
yeah,
that are
and at
not
the end of the
relevant.
day, we need to realize that, you know, like, say you and I, or anybody, you know, that's just starting off, they can't really compare themselves. Like, I keep saying this, but, you know, like, say I'm on chapter 2, you're on like your chapter 3, right? And we're comparing ourselves to someone's chapter 12 or 13 or 15. And, you know, we're getting intimidated and like, just like beating ourselves over that we're not doing it right and all of that. And that's where we need to break that cycle and realize, okay, where do I stand? What do I need to do? And how do I connect with my genuine clients and go from there? You know, like I don't need to be running after something that is not my, that I'm not at that point,
And it's
right, in
not
my life.
you.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not like we're all so unique that you cannot just, I don't know, it's just not everyone's journey, as
yeah.
they say. And again, it's just stressing you out. It's not, or you or me or I'm doing this. Like I feel like everyone is doing this, but it's true. We don't have to compare ourselves because we're all different people. And
Mhm.
one thing I try to do is I try to picture those people in one room and. I feel like, yeah, we're a tiny village here or a room of
Yeah.
people, but
Yeah.
these are these people that are actually checking things out on my, this is like my TV channel
Mhm.
for those people.
Mhm.
And it feels a little bit more special. So everyone who doesn't have like 10,000, 10,000 of 10,000 followers or more or less, they have to maybe think it this way.
What other questions or anything? Do you want to talk about anything else? Like, because
Let
that
me
was
know
like the
more
main.
about what you want to see on Instagram.
Obviously, I will. I will. I mean, I do love the tips and tricks, and I also feel like one of the things that I think businesses or people that are starting off, and I'm thinking, I'm putting myself in the shoes. um, is that, you know, templates and stuff like that are really helpful, I think, because we're so like lost when we're brand new,
Mm-hmm.
we don't know where to start or what to do. So like something like that, but like simple steps. Okay, if you're, but even the basic, like I didn't know when I started on Instagram had even your bio makes a big difference on,
Yeah.
you know, whether you're gonna appeal to people or not. And those little simple things that if someone can get like not a manual, but like a little, you know,
Mm-hmm.
a step by step, it would help. And I think now, you know, that's I'm past that. But for people that are just starting off, I think that would be a helpful
Mm-hmm.
tool to see, you know. And I think you could probably create that
Yeah,
for
that's
your
my
followers.
focus. I really try to see how I can help more and more business owners, and not digital, like maybe coaches too, but mainly the business owners that cannot afford to hire 3 people or do a full-time content creation or any of these. We were talking about our business journeys, and do you want to share more on like your phase of your business right now and what you're focusing on?
Yes. So this is like a little bit
Give
vulnerable.
me give me a few seconds so I can stop my camera just for 3 seconds.
Okay.
I'm listening to you.
So for me, I'm in some kind of like I got all my ducks in a row and everything. And now I'm working on growth. So right now, the stage that we're in is marketing and advertising and all of that, and that's something new to me. But also realizing what my business is going to need from me. And one of the things that I've figured out that I do have to invest in would be to invest in a that can help me with some of these things. So, like I'm looking into that.
Yeah.
And it's very important to recognize that, like you and I were discussing this too, that how important it is that we need to like find the right, well, obviously, when you start your business, it's like your baby. So you feel like you need to do everything and you have to, nail everything and
Yeah.
you're in control of everything. But
Know
there's
everything, DIY. Yeah.
Yes. So now we're in the stage where, or I'm in the stage where now I have to let go a little bit of the control part and like let a team come in and help me because I can't do it by myself, and that's part of growth and it needs to happen. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. So we're working on that part. We're
Thank you for
developing a team.
sharing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good that you already came to the point that you need help, because this means that this second phase is already here and you are growing.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what comes out of it. But
Yeah.
there's like,
Hu-
so that's the
Huge
stage that I'm
part.
in. That's
Yeah.
why I reached out to
Yeah.
you to help
Yeah.
with advertising and stuff. And, that's that.
Yeah. That's
So what,
huge part. Hu-
I
hu- mhm.
well, I have a question for you. So what made you go to work on your own? Because you also did work, in a corporate environment before you
Yeah.
became an entrepreneur.
Initially, I started, like, I worked in online media, and then I worked with agency. And the thing with the corporate is that so some of the workflows are a little bit too stretched. And
Mm-hmm.
if you want to do one process, then you need to go through 5 people and you need to discuss this with 10 managers or whatnot. And then the whole process of moving things forward is a little bit slower.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one thing maybe I'm not a big fan of in corporate,
Mm-hmm.
but mainly because I got people who are business owners and they already needed services like what I did. Google Ads is what I specialize in, but at some point, like, it's obvious that you cannot go with crappy content and good ads, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
whole big line of work that is digital marketing
Mm-hmm.
that I feel like I can explain to the like anyone out there what do you need to do. And that maybe one of the good things I learned about myself is that I feel like I can explain to everyday person who is not like expert, like tech person or anything. I feel like I can explain and like help them, or either go step by step with them one on one. I feel like I'm good at this. That's why my service is a little bit more related to the content, and not just Instagram in particular, but more of what content we have to put out there in order to have people find us, or find us as an expert, or even find us through SEO, through the way we talk about our products or services. I want to scale it in a way that many people will have access to this.
Nice.
On an affordable price, because no new business have like thousands of dollars to devote to this.
That's so true. And it's good that, you know, you recognize too that you need help, just like I did.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, well, I wish you like all the best, you know, and you know, we're in it together, obviously.
Yeah.
We're trying to grow, and hopefully we could do more lives. I'm going to see what the response is from people, because I know there's a lot of people that reach out to talk about things like this that you don't really get genuine answers for easily. So you know, we can maybe come on another live with some more
Yeah.
found out.
Everyone who is interested, please let us know, because we might just plan this and do it either weekly or bi-weekly. I'm up for this. I can talk with hours about this.
Yeah.
So any questions that come up, or we can just come out and chat about the newest things. We can always do that.
Absolutely. It was so nice talking to you
Thank
today,
you.
and thank you for sharing, you know, everything that you know.
Thank
And
you too.
and definitely we'll definitely connect again. And like I said, we can, you know, always come up with a new live. And I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks for
Bye.
joining us.
Thank you for joining us, guys.